I'm not sure why I'm recording this. Maybe it's for closure, or proof, in case someone finds whatever's left of me. I haven't slept in 3 nights. My clock blinks random numbers. My phone battery drains in minutes. The static's back, and I swear the trees are moving again. It started last Thursday. I was on a solo camping trip near the Idaho-Montana border, deep in Clearwater National Forest. I'd done it every fall for the last 6 years. It was my reset button. No cell towers, no Wi-Fi, just pine trees, frostbitten mornings, and the crackle of my old ham radio. It belonged to my dad. He swore it once picked up a conversation from orbit. Might have just been pilots or weird signal bounce. Still, I liked the mystery. At night, I'd turn it on, let the static run like white noise while I read or jotted things in my notebook. But Thursday night, something came through. First, it was silence. No faint truckers, no foreign chatter, just a pulse, faint, rhythmic, like a heartbeat. Is anyone receiving, it distorted, repeated. Then came the part that froze my blood. Eli, my name. I shut the dial off, waited, turned it back on, just static. I told myself it was coincidence, or a prank. But no one knew I was out here, and that voice, it sounded wrong. Like someone trying to imitate a human. Too slow, too perfect. Still, I tried to sleep. I shoved the axe under my sleeping bag and kept one eye on the flap. Friday morning, the clearing felt different. Stale. Heavy. I hiked a bit and found another site up the slope. More light, fewer trees pressing in. I unpacked everything again, started a new fire ring, and kept my back to the woods. I didn't turn on the radio. That night, the cold snapped me awake. My sleeping bag was coated in frost on the inside. My breath came out in clouds. I checked the thermometer clipped to my tent string. 12 degrees. In September? Something was off. I stepped out. The woods were glowing. Not bright. Just a pale green shimmer pulsing behind the trees, like something bioluminescent was deep inside the trunks themselves. No wind, no bugs, no sounds. Just a deep hum, like bass beneath the soil. Then the radio turned on. I hadn't touched it. Receiving, Eli, approach. It wasn't a transmission. It was in the tent, like it came from the air. Then I saw the tracks. Long, deep, not human, at least 6 feet between steps. Clawed toes, heavy. They circled the tent, then wandered off north. I waited until sunrise with my axe in hand. Saturday, I was tired, unsteady, but curiosity beat fear. I followed the tracks, marked every third tree with red paracord. The path led up a narrow ridge, across a dry stream bed, and back down. And then I saw one of my own paracord ties. Even though I hadn't turned once, I was back where I started. I tried again. Different path. Same result. At one point, I dropped my compass. It spun aimlessly, never locking. By mid-afternoon, I was certain. The forest was folding, looping, or maybe I was. I made it back to camp by dusk. Only it wasn't the new camp. It was my original site. Same fire pit, same gear. But the coals were cold, and my notebook was open. Pages filled with the phrase, "You left too late," over and over. Not my handwriting. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat by the fire, axe across my lap. The glow returned. This time brighter. I saw figures. Tall, thin, between trees, motionless, but watching. I blinked. Gone, the fire flickered, then turned blue. No heat, no embers, just ice. Then I heard the crunch of footsteps. Something stepped into camp, slow, rhythmic, measured. I looked up, and it looked like me. Same coat, same beanie, same tired face. But it wasn't right. Its eyes didn't blink. Its mouth was a narrow slit, unmoving. Its skin looked pulled tight, like it wasn't built to smile. I didn't speak, neither did it. Then it tilted its head. Farther than necks should go. I ran. I found the service road, but no truck, no tire marks. Only one set of prints. Mine. Leading back. I kept walking until the stars faded. And then I woke up in the dirt. No memory of laying down. No watch. No compass. My radio was dismantled. Every piece laid in a spiral. Not random. Deliberate. Precise. Then I noticed blood. Not a lot. Just drops. Dark. Fresh. They led downhill between two massive pines warped into an arch. I followed. At the base of the hill, the ground pulsed. A low vibration through my boots. The trees thinned, and there was my truck. Sort of. It was half sunken, nose first into the soil like it had crashed from above. The windshield was melted, interior filled with moss and needles. Rust bloomed across the dashboard. Keys were in the ignition. On the seat, my notebook. It was full. Not my handwriting. Transcripts. Every word I'd said aloud the past 3 days. Even whispers. The last page had a map, a top-down view of my camp. Underneath it, something drawn in black ink, circular, with tendrils. Almost fungal, almost alive. Then I heard breathing behind me, and the world went dark. I woke up, here. Same tent, same woods, but different. The paths don't lead out anymore. Every direction folds back. The trees whisper now, not words, just impressions, regret, hunger, waiting, and the radio. It loops. You left too late. You left too late. You left too late. I tried to destroy it, burned it, smashed it, buried it. It always reappears, fully intact, sitting in the same spot. Humming. I'm leaving this recording in the hopes that someone finds it. But if you do, don't follow the lights. Don't trace the tracks. Don't respond to the signal, because once it knows your name, you're part of it, and it never lets go.
Some say the forest up near Clearwater has a way of swallowing things whole. Campers vanish, equipment malfunctions, maps twist. There's no official record of what happened to Eli. No reports, no search party. Just a scorched patch of ground and a spiral of melted electronics found by a seasonal ranger named Daniel Price 2 weeks later. Daniel was the one who recovered the notebook. Said he found it beside a half-buried recorder. Old, handheld, still functional. He'd been drawn in by a strange signal bleeding through the ranger comms, and what he stumbled on didn't match any terrain feature on the map. The clearing felt wrong. The trees leaned inward. The ground was warm, despite the frost. The electronics were warped, like they'd been in a fire, but the forest around them was untouched. Daniel gave the notebook and the recorder to the Forest Service, but no one took him seriously. The recording was too fragmented, the writing too strange. He held on to them. Told me about it over coffee a year later, when we were both off duty and had some time. I'm a technician at the ranger station. Paranormal stuff's a joke around here, but I never laughed at Daniel. A month later, he quit, left everything. Mailed me a box with no return address. Inside was the recorder, the notebook, and a sticky note that just said, "It's your turn." The tape was damaged, but I salvaged what I could. The voice you just heard? That was Eli. Not AI. Not fiction. This is his final message. And the last page of his notebook? Still legible. "We are still receiving," it said.